Hi, welcome to my demo of HTML5. This is Canvas 2. Okay, currently what I'm going to show you is the updated version of the previous particle generation that I created. Okay, this has several other toggles that you can go ahead and move and use. Okay, make sure the same care is being taken. For the special effects part, you need to have low number of particles unless you have really powerful GPU. Okay, I have done some bit from variate from center and depth. I split it out. The previously when I said variate from center, it actually was, I said it as depth. It was not really a depth. It only gave a mathematical variation from the center. Little example would be this. Okay, so it just variated from the center. It was not actually a z. I have toggled the z value. Okay, and you might see that in a single particle sign burst, as you can see that big bubble that keeps on appearing, it's a sign burst. I shall explain in a few minutes. The next part would be this code is now compatible in Firefox. I have found the issue. It's a compatibility issue specifically with Firefox 21 and above. It used to work in 20. So if you notice, it does work in this. There is some bit of randomness that I have left out in the back end. There is no control over it. But Firefox is a pretty slow browser with this code, and I'm going to use i10 since it's pretty fast in rendering. Okay. So let's jump right into the code. There is significant amount of changes that has been done from the previous version. Particles 2, what it basically does is, first let's go section by section. In the common variable section, I have changed this section. The list to dispose, I have created a new array instead of using my own functionality. That's the reason why it didn't work in Firefox 21. In the common functions, this doesn't change. I'll be removing this code since it doesn't work in Firefox. I have to use new array. Okay, so this is the reason why it didn't work. This 4 functions won't change. Updation of frames per second, color to hex, get toggle negative and random. Okay, coming to the mouse event, I have done some checkings for the while setting. So if it is not 0 or 0, so unnecessarily we don't want negative values. Yes, sometimes there is a case when you move to the extreme left where x becomes negative. So that's the reason why all these checks. Just in case, I have done it for y also. Okay. Now coming back on exit, there is literally no change here. The only part is the dispose section has been done properly this time. Okay, the dispose list has started from 0 itself. Okay, in force clear particle objects, that is where I click clear particles, this button. So what extraneous I am doing apart from disposition of the objects is clear the screen, reset all the contents whichever I have set it. Okay, and this is nothing but a combo box selection. This guy, I am setting it back to the first one towards you. What I am basically changing is the global composition operation in the context. Okay, next basically you can see that all the common functions have been moved up. Okay, next I am starting with object definition. Over here I have split more number of getters and setters, so I don't want anybody accessing these x and y variables directly. I just wanted to call getX and getY or setX and setY. You are not to use these x and y variables directly. And the normal destroy. I have added this for the mouse object also and for the respective other objects that I have created. Here I have initiated with the environment. Gravity is still not used, yet it's still there. I'll be using it in later iterations. In the define global 3D global object, I have ensured that a secondary gravity can be provided. Even if you don't provide it, no issues. I will be using the normal gravity, which is the global variable gravity 9.8. If you provide a secondary gravity, it is going to assign to it. and the destruction function accordingly. This in turn calls define environment, which will store the gravity specifically and separately. Define particle, the extra part would be the secondary gravity call. Again, only unless and until it is defined, you are going to pass on the secondary gravity variable. This is a just in case check. Now particle size, not much. Yes, here are these getters and setters. Okay, there are only for S angle, E angle and rotation. I am only giving getters so that people only get the values and cannot set it. Set can be set, you can set the XYZ and modifications in gravity. Hopefully in future it works. Once used in the draw, everywhere I've used get and set. There is no more direct value access. Size, this is pretty much the same thing, and here is your setters. So this is pretty much the same thing. You are not going to access the value directly. S angle, E angle and rotation, you only have getters. Similarly, for the redraw functionality, the additional difference would be the MZ value. Yes, only X and Y used to be passed on. Just to add the depth feeling, I have put the MZ functionality. You can write your own generate particle function where you feel where the criteria of Z can be given a real depth. Okay, over here, unless and until Z is defined, you are not going to set the MZ value. So yes, the old code, whichever you want, where you only have context and mouse X and mouse Y location, it is going to still work, no issues. Okay, this is pretty much, the code will be same except that I am using get Z, get size and set X and set Y. This is a very nifty code where in the FPS element where I am displaying the frames per second over here, you can uncomment the code from here in where it shows the real FPS and comment the code over there and uncomment this code so that you can actually see the X, Y, Z, size, mouse X and mouse Y position, what has been calculated. And yes, it draws an arc at the end of the day. Destruction, in my particle generation function, that is finally after I have done with all the objects and common functions, my particle generation, I have the values from these boxes. Okay, to explain it from the main, I have divided now the main as the draw canvas usually used to have every damn thing inside. So I am only going to draw this canvas ID part, which will do draw canvas. Next I'll draw the options, which are basically number of particles variate from center, depth, special effects and the combo box. Okay, in the combo box I have only given source over, destination over, lighter and XR. These gave me useful values that actually showed some visual difference. None of these showed any visual difference. I have still kept it here so that you can go ahead and change the algorithm and see how your effect comes over this. Next, at the end I'll draw the frames per second. Alter canvas will only contain exactly what it says, alter canvas. You get the context, on click define the function, assign the particle generation code. Okay, in particle gen code what is happening is I am getting all those values, doing some checks, that is if special effects is checked then I'll assign it, otherwise I'll reset it back. Okay, do some checks where I need positive numbers only. So here are the checks for numbers first, and then go ahead and check whether they are positive values, otherwise set it back to positive. This pretty much is the same. Generate X, the difference would be in the getters. Okay, generate Y, again the same thing. The additional functionality, generate Z, and like I said before, there used to be a sign burst. What it is doing is basically using the Z value which is there and the variate from center, whichever I have given, how much it variates with the multiplication to degrees to radians. I am changing that and giving a Z as an addition to see some puff of depth. The idea is I wanted to show a sign burst, something like this. So this, when put circular, should show something like a circular burst. So this I expected to show as a depth. Okay, so this is what it basically does. Once it reaches the saturation value, which is 0.455 and some 5 more decimal places, I'm negating it back so that it comes back to the original sine bus, keeps on variating. Okay, render particles, the additional is, remember in redraw I said you can still go ahead and use context x and y. Okay, z is optional, and since now we have z calculation, I put in gen z. Generate z is here. Okay, and that's about it. The differences will show like this. Particles 2, you have your array now instead of make array. I'll be deleting this function. Okay, next would be the significant amount of getters and setters. Okay, this was incorrect after putting the environment up. That is this part. Gravity I'm not setting it here now, no more, so I put it over here. Here secondary gravity checks, and you have your destructor. Particles, where I'm checking whether the secondary gravity, it's optional. Okay, and here are your extra getters and setters, henceforth we can use only that, and the respective code changes for those getters and setters. Redraw additional of mz, and common functions have been shifted above. Your particle generation is a fresh new part, not much of complexity this time, and the additional gen z functionality. Coming to the effect, what all you can toggle, let me show you some samples. This is something that comes towards you. These bubbles, the boxes, are the sine bus that I was talking about. You go ahead and put moving away, it will be a destination instead of source over, so you will see kind of it moving away. If you are going to use more particles, do not use special effects, it will not work properly. Limit your particles. Work properly means your machine will slow down, that's about it. It's not like the code won't work. Okay, I have checked for extreme values also. Weird glow and ugly are ugly is XR and weird glow is lighter effect. It just gives a glow. XR kind of gives a, I don't know who might like this, but anyway, this at least showed some visual difference over here. And the GPU allocation finally, let's go ahead and check that. There is but an issue which I have seen in Internet Explorer or just about every browser, that if I keep on using it, it does not do proper disposition, and there is a shift towards more CPU usage. I don't know what much can I optimize, but this is as far as I go. So Internet Explorer, you see there is but a modification and more usage of CPU, but IE10 is much better. Let's check it out in Chrome, and should actually use significant amount of time. As you can notice, if we go for more number of particles, though it is smooth, it actually uses significant number of CPU, but it is quite less after getters and setters have been added. Thank you for watching my demo. All my code is present in sites.google.com under GNU public license. My website is present in the subject section in YouTube. Have a nice day.